Hi and welcome. Today we are going to make a wonderful Swedish, very typically classical Swedish cookie that is called Dreams. It's very appropriate because once you put it in your mouth you just dream your way away from Corona or whatever it might be. So this is a very classical ingredients when we have the Swedish fika, the coffee break. And it's very simple, so let's get started. We have to start with some room temperature butter. It has to be room temperature because you have to mix this by hand, not by mixer. Then you add sugar to it, and all the measurements, by the way, they are at my blog, so you can get the exact measurements there. Here I will just show you the technique. So you have the room temperature butter, and it has to be real butter. Then you pour the sugar over it and mix it with a fork. And the reason why you cannot mix this with the mixer is that the temperature of the cookie, if it starts melting, then the butter will start floating. So you just mix this until it's done, and I will show it to you. And if it's too much, you can do it a little bit by hands until it gets together, but not more, because your body temperature would also make the butter melt. So I will just get my gloves and get going with it. Okay, so we have now mixed this together, so you see it's a little bit lumpy. It's the butter and the sugar. And don't mix it with the mixer because the temperature will get too high. Now you add the oil and just mix it around so that it's very well incorporated. There we go. And here I have sifted flour together with hartsum, or you call it even for ammonium carbonate. So it's ammonium carbonate, no baking powder, and then it's vanilla sugar and flour that's sifted in here. So we'll just shift place and mix it all in and continue mixing with the fork until it's very well, everything is wet and so on. And don't worry about it being very lumpy because the oven will take care of that. So just make sure to mix it. I will be using my hands shortly. Mix it together so it just comes together. Not much, but just together, so that because your body temperature will also melt everything, so don't use too much of effort for that. 1 tablespoon, and I just put them shortly on a tray, and I will roll them later. It's just nice to have them the exact amount of the same size. Okay, now we have parchment paper. We measure 1 tablespoon. Now there is some secrets to making this very good. One is, do not open the oven while that is going on. That will ruin it. Another one is actually that you put it, after forming it, you put it away in a cool place for at least 1/4 of an hour. So we will just make sure that they're round. Continue going until you're done with the whole dough. I don't make too many of them because I will just eat them all up. So another important thing is that you cannot roll it like this. You sort of just make it a little bit round shape, very loosely. Don't make it too compact. That's important. So measure it by hand if it's making it too compact with a tablespoon. You just push them together so it's just holding together, and when you put it there you just push it down a little bit. And you just continue going until you're done. This is one, and usually in Sweden they talk about having 7 different kinds of cookies for the Swedish fika. But that's very old-fashioned. Nowadays there's maybe 1 or 2, but and maybe just 1. So this batch has made 24 cookies, and that's about enough for our coffee today and for a couple of days. So I'm just going to put it away in a place where it's a little bit cooler for at least 15 minutes. I'll just get back to you. We have now achieved all what we needed to do. That they have been kept in a cool place for 15 minutes or maybe longer. And also I have personalized it a little bit because I have put some orange zest that I've powdered. It was dry orange zest that I powdered and mixed it together with 4 of them. That's just to check if my Swedish husband is going to like it, because if he does, then most of the Swedes will. So, but the rest, they are classical. So it's 24 and then 4 of them are Persian style with some orange zest. So they will have to go in the oven at 302 degrees Fahrenheit and 150 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. If you have convection oven, then you can put it a little bit lower and a longer time. But I would recommend that you have over and under heat. That would be just perfect, and that you take this at the lower place of the oven. So let's do that and get back to you when they are ready. All right, they are ready to go now. These 4 are the ones that I mixed with orange zest. The rest are the classical ones, and I'm now just going to put them away in on a tray to get cooler. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. If so, please do consider subscribing. And I would love to have your comments when you have made them, because they're so easy. See you again. Bye. Oh, I can't wait. I have to try one. I tried the Persian one. Oh, it's so good. It's fluffy, it's crunchy, and that orange,